The Harambe incident and gorilla conservation. When Harambe, a 17-year-old western lowland gorilla, was shot and killed at the Cincinnati Zoo in May 2016, it sent shockwaves through the world. A 3-year-old boy fell into the gorilla enclosure, and within minutes, the 450-pound primate had picked up the child. The zoo's emergency response team made the difficult decision to use lethal force, believing the child's life was in immediate danger. This moment became a turning point in how zoos approached both animal welfare and visitor safety. The incident sparked global conversations about zoo design, supervision protocols, and our relationship with captive wildlife. Today, many zoos have redesigned their enclosures with higher barriers and more sophisticated containment systems, specifically inspired by what happened that day: the Tiger Temple escape that exposed hidden dangers. In 2016, a tiger escape at a temple sanctuary in Thailand revealed just how precarious conditions could be at facilities claiming to offer animal protection. During this harrowing incident, handlers discovered that their enclosure systems were far less secure than they believed. The near tragedy forced authorities to investigate the facility more thoroughly, uncovering serious animal welfare violations and inadequate safety measures. This event highlighted a critical problem. Not all facilities housing exotic animals are created equal, and some pose dangers both to the animals and to the people who work with them. The subsequent investigation and reforms at facilities like this one have led to stricter international standards for exotic animal care and housing. The Oregon Zoo's unexpected bear encounter. At the Oregon Zoo, a bear unexpectedly managed to reach an area where visitors were present, creating a tense standoff that lasted several hours. Zoo staff had to carefully orchestrate a response that would protect both the visiting families and the animal itself. This incident revealed gaps in perimeter security that many modern zoos had assumed were already addressed. The bear was safely contained without injury, but the event prompted a comprehensive review of enclosure boundaries across the entire facility. The response to this incident became a case study in how zoos could improve their safety protocols while maintaining naturalistic habitats that guests could enjoy. The San Francisco Zoo mountain lion breakthrough. In 2007, a mountain lion escaped its enclosure at the San Francisco Zoo in a tragic incident that resulted in a human fatality. The big cat had managed to vault over a barrier that experts believed was adequate for containment. This devastating event changed everything about how zoos calculated the height and design of barriers for big cats. Investigations revealed that the enclosure had been built to older safety standards, and many facilities across North America subsequently upgraded their facilities. The tragedy prompted the development of more sophisticated monitoring systems and higher, more complex barriers, designed specifically to account for the jumping and climbing abilities of various species. The Prague Zoo's wolf pack coordination crisis. During a brief period when security at the Prague Zoo was being upgraded, a coordinated effort by several wolves in the pack revealed that these intelligent predators could work together to test enclosure weaknesses. While the wolves didn't escape, handlers realized they came dangerously close. This incident demonstrated that animal intelligence and pack behavior needed to be factored into enclosure design in ways that hadn't been previously considered. The zoo completely redesigned its wolf habitat with new barriers and monitoring systems. This event also prompted zoos worldwide to consider the social behaviors and problem-solving abilities of the animals they housed. The Delhi Zoo's barrier malfunction. During peak hours. A barrier malfunction at the Delhi Zoo during peak visiting hours created a potentially catastrophic situation when a large cat managed to reach an area where hundreds of visitors were gathered. Quick-thinking staff managed to redirect both the animal and the crowd before anything tragic occurred. This incident revealed how critical proper maintenance schedules were for zoo infrastructure. Following this event, many zoos implemented daily barrier inspections and real-time monitoring systems. The incident also led to changes in how zoos managed visitor flow during peak hours, ensuring that there were always clear evacuation routes and barriers preventing direct access to potentially dangerous animals. The Australian Crocodile Park's Containment Challenge. In an Australian wildlife facility, a large saltwater crocodile managed to partially escape its primary enclosure, reaching a secondary containment area where staff worked. The incident was contained before any injuries occurred, but it exposed the dangers of relying on single barrier systems. The facility completely overhauled its approach to reptile containment, implementing redundant safety systems and improved emergency protocols. This event became an important lesson for facilities housing dangerous reptiles around the world. Many zoos now employ a defense-in-depth strategy, where multiple barriers and containment systems exist between dangerous animals and human contact points. The Philadelphia Zoo's unexpected primate communication. Researchers at the Philadelphia Zoo discovered that primates in their care could communicate with each other in ways that allowed them to identify and exploit potential weaknesses in their enclosure. When handlers noticed unusually coordinated behavior near one section of the habitat, they investigated and found that the primates had been systematically testing different areas. Before any escape could occur, the zoo reinforced the enclosure and implemented new enrichment strategies that redirected the animal's problem-solving abilities. This incident highlighted the importance of understanding not just individual animal behavior, but group dynamics and communication. It also demonstrated that enrichment and mental stimulation could actually improve security by giving animals appropriate outlets for their intelligence. The San Diego Zoo's emergency response evolution. When a large bird escaped during a routine enclosure maintenance at the San Diego Zoo, the incident triggered a complete overhaul of how the facility handled animal care procedures. The temporary escape lasted only a few hours before the bird was safely recovered, but it revealed critical gaps in communication between different departments during maintenance operations. The zoo implemented new protocols requiring multiple staff members to verify enclosure security before and after any maintenance work. They also created a real-time tracking system for any animals in temporary housing during maintenance. This event, while resolved without injury, became a model for how other facilities could prevent similar incidents. The Bronx Zoo's temperature control crisis. During a period of facility upgrades at the Bronx Zoo, a malfunction in the temperature control system for a reptile house created an emergency situation where dangerous snakes were at risk of becoming lethargic and harder to control. Staff had to carefully manage the situation while maintaining the animal's safety and preventing any chance of escape. The incident prompted the zoo to implement redundant temperature monitoring and backup climate control systems. It also led to the development of emergency protocols for handling various mechanical failures. This event demonstrated that facility infrastructure failures could create unexpected dangers and that zoos needed to plan for worst-case scenarios involving their technological systems. The Miami Seaquarium's marine mammal containment improvements. When a large marine mammal at a Miami facility showed unexpected behavior that suggested it might attempt to breach its tank, marine experts were brought in to assess the situation. Their investigation revealed that the containment system had degraded more than routine inspections had detected. The facility underwent significant upgrades, and the incident led to new industry standards for marine mammal tank construction and maintenance. Today, many marine facilities have implemented sonar-based monitoring systems and improved structural assessments. This event highlighted how dynamic water pressure and animal intelligence required constant vigilance and modern technological solutions. The London Zoo's historic lessons and modern applications. Historical records from the London Zoo, dating back several decades, document numerous incidents where animals tested enclosure boundaries. These historical incidents, studied by modern zoo professionals, have provided valuable insights into how animal behavior has remained consistent, even as facilities have improved. By analyzing these past events, modern zoos have been able to anticipate problems before they occur. The London Zoo's archives have become an important educational resource, showing how scientific understanding of animal behavior has evolved. Many of the safety protocols used in modern zoos are direct responses to incidents documented at historic facilities like London Zoo. The Leipzig Zoo's innovation in barrier technology. Following a close call with a large cat that nearly breached an older enclosure, the Leipzig Zoo in Germany became a leader in developing new barrier technologies. The zoo invested in research partnerships with engineers to create barriers that were both animal-proof and maintained the aesthetic quality of the exhibits. Their innovations included sightline barriers that were transparent but structurally sound, and sensing systems that could detect unusual pressure or behavior. Other European zoos adopted these technologies, and they've since been implemented in facilities around the world. This incident transformed what could have been a tragedy into an opportunity for technological advancement. The wildlife park's seasonal staff training challenges. A major wildlife park discovered that incidents were more likely to occur during peak seasons when temporary staff were brought on board. This revelation prompted a complete overhaul of their training and supervision protocols. The facility implemented stricter certification requirements for all staff, regardless of employment duration, and created a mentorship system pairing new employees with experienced handlers. They also installed improved communication systems to ensure that all staff members were immediately informed of any emerging situations. This incident highlighted that human error and inadequate training could be as dangerous as any animal behavior, leading to industry-wide improvements in staff development. The modern zoo's integrated safety ecosystem. Today's zoos represent the culmination of lessons learned from decades of close calls and incidents. Modern facilities integrate multiple layers of protection, including reinforced barriers, electronic monitoring systems, trained response teams, and comprehensive staff protocols. Many zoos now use artificial intelligence and computer vision to detect unusual animal behavior, alerting staff to potential problems before they escalate. Regular emergency drills ensure that every staff member knows exactly how to respond to various scenarios. The relationship between zoos and visitor safety has evolved significantly, with facilities now designing exhibits that provide naturalistic environments while maintaining multiple redundant safety systems. What began as basic cage designs has transformed into sophisticated ecosystems where animal welfare and human safety work in harmony, informed by the experiences and incidents of the past. Thank you for watching. If you learned anything, let me know by liking the video and comment below on what you would like to see in the future. History never runs out of surprises, and neither do we. So subscribe and join me for the next dive into the archives.